What if I change but my partner stays exactly the same? Then I would say you still win. I know that's not probably the answer you want, but hear me out. If you change, if you stop running your usual pattern, if you become more conscious and intentional in how you show up, you become a different person in the relationship, and that changes your experience, even if your partner doesn't move an inch. Maybe you stop chasing them for connection and they stay distant, but now you're not exhausting yourself trying to close that gap. You will have more energy, you will feel less resentful, and you can start investing that energy elsewhere in friendships, hobbies, and your own growth. Or maybe you stop over-functioning and they keep under-functioning, but now you're not carrying the weight of two people. You've set a boundary, even if they haven't stepped up yet, and you get to decide what you want to do with that information. Here's the thing. You can't control whether your partner changes. You can only control whether you decide to stay stuck. And sometimes, honestly, a lot of times, when you stop holding up your end of the pattern, your partner has a choice. They can either step into a new dynamic with you, or they can stay in the old one by themselves. Some partners will rise to meet you, some won't. And that's, I think, pretty important information to have. Either way, you are no longer trapped. You're finding your feet, and that's not nothing. Now, here's the other thing. Both people might happen to change and disrupt a pattern at the same time. And that can get a little bit chaotic. So you might both overshoot in the opposite direction, like the introvert who's going way extroverted and the extrovert is going way introverted to try and accommodate one another. Verbalizing this helps, talking about what you're each trying to do differently and why. For example, I'm trying to give you more space because I realized I chased you too much. Oh, I'm trying to initiate more because I realized I'm withdrawing too much, right? In this case, the system might actually completely break down for a bit, because sometimes when both people disrupt, nothing works for a while. All your old strategies are gone and you haven't developed new ones yet, so it just feels like you're flailing. This would be the wobble on steroids. Maybe you used to have a pattern where one person got angry and the other person apologized, and it was dysfunctional, but at least it was predictable. And now the angry person is trying not to explode and the apologizer is trying not to immediately cave. So neither of you know how to resolve conflict anymore, right? This is good because it means the old pattern is dying. It's just that the new pattern hasn't emerged yet. That is uncomfortable and normal. You might need to explicitly say, I don't know what to do here. Our usual thing isn't working and I don't have a new thing yet. Can we figure this out together? This is actually the best case scenario. You disrupt in ways that work together. Okay. Maybe you used to have a pattern where person A got anxious and called repeatedly and person B got overwhelmed and ignored the calls. Now person A disrupts by sending one text saying, hey, I'm feeling anxious. This is not an emergency. I just wanted to let you know. Maybe take your time in responding. And person B disrupts by responding, let's say within an hour, instead of going totally radio silent, saying, thanks for telling me, I'm in the middle of something, but I will call you tonight. So suddenly both disruptions complement one another. Person A gave the space, person B gave reassurance, and the anxiety gets managed without the chase and retreat and the pursue and withdraw dance. So this is what you want to notice then, call out and celebrate. Tell your partner, thank you, that felt different, that felt better. Because when you're building a new pattern in real time, you want to reinforce the things that work, right? When both people disrupt, you need communication about what you're trying to do. Otherwise, you're just two people randomly trying new behaviors and hoping something sticks. So talk about your experiments. I'm noticing I usually do X in this situation and I want to try doing Y instead. Is that okay? How is that landing for you? And then this turns it from two separate disruptions into a shared project of updating the relational system. And yes, this is going to be messy. And yes, you're going to have moments where you both stand there going, wait, what are we doing? And that's okay. Messy is part of the process. You're not trying to get it perfect. You're trying to just get it different. And then you adjust from there. right? That's why I like to say you don't have to do it alone. And a weekly hour dedicated to working on this stuff is what coaching or therapy is for. Now, if you like this video, you're probably going to enjoy the next one as well, and I'll see you there.